Hi there, my name is Bill Warrell and I'm head gardener at Plas Newydd on Anglesey. Plas Newydd was owned by the Bailey and Paget families. The core of the house was built in the 16th century and the garden evolved over time under those two families. The house and garden has been in the care of the National Trust since 1974. I'm now standing in the middle of the new Repton clump. Humphry Repton was one of the foremost landscape designers of his day, and in 1799 the family asked him to produce one of his famous red books for the garden here at Plas Newydd. As part of that, he added a huge number of trees to the estate. One large group of them, which was behind me, sadly they had to be felled in the last 10 or 20 years, and a new Repton clump was created to mark the bicentenary of his death in 2018. Repton also made best use of what we call the borrowed landscape, which are the wonderful views over the Menai Strait and to the mountains of Snowdonia. In 1798, Humphry Repton, the most notable landscape gardener of his day, visited Plas Newydd to advise on the layout of the park and the gardens. Repton's main proposals were to add plantations to screen the blank countryside and to alter the shape of the North Drive. Unfortunately, the new glasshouse, dairy and seats that he was proposing did not happen, but they did move the farm away from the house. Repton died in 1818, but his legacy still lives on here in the garden at Plas Newydd. The 6th Marquess is largely responsible for the garden that we have today. The terraces were built in the 1920s, and in the 1930s, when the other family home at Beaudesert in Staffordshire burnt down, Plas Newydd became the main family residence. He also began to lay out the rhododendron garden and the area now known as the West Indies. So if you have your own garden, something I'd really recommend you do is cover your beds in autumn with compost. We make a huge amount of compost at Plas Newydd, and we always make sure that we cover the beds in autumn to give the plants a good feed, keep the weeds down and keep them healthy over winter. Gardens never stand still, and the garden at Plas Newydd has evolved enormously over the years, from Humphry Repton all the way to the changes of the 6th Marquess. The area to my right used to be a rose garden, and the bed where I'm standing now will be renovated this autumn. It's the next stage in the careful evolution of this garden under the care of the National Trust. Welcome to the treehouse. This treehouse replaced the old one where the children of the 6th Marquess used to play. Sadly that fell into disrepair and the gardeners built a new one to replace it. Thousands of families enjoy it every year on their visits to Plas Newydd. Thanks for watching and thank you for your continued support of the National Trust. It's only through your help that we can continue to look after special places like Plas Newydd. We hope to see you soon.